Information security controls. Information security controls are measures designed to minimize the risk of unauthorized access, damage, or loss to an organization's digital assets. These controls play a key role in preserving data confidentiality, integrity, and availability, CEH. Additional security principles concerning user interaction with data include authentication, authorization, and non-repudiation. Given that information is among the most valuable assets of any organization, it's critical to safeguard it through policies, awareness initiatives, and technical protections. This section introduces core areas such as information assurance, EA, defense in depth, risk management, cyber threat intelligence, threat modeling, incident response, and emerging fields like AI, ML in cybersecurity. Information assurance, EA. Information assurance is the discipline of ensuring that data remains trustworthy, accessible, confidential, and authenticated throughout its lifecycle, during storage, processing, transmission, and usage. It is achieved through a combination of physical security, administrative procedures, and technical mechanisms. Key EA practices include crafting internal policies and processes that maintain strong information system security, designing robust user authentication and network security mechanisms, conducting vulnerability and threat assessments to identify weaknesses, planning for necessary resource allocation to support security measures, applying effective security controls to mitigate identified risks, carrying out certification and accreditation of systems to ensure compliance and security, providing regular cybersecurity awareness training across the organization. Defense in-depth strategy. Defense in-depth refers to layering multiple security measures to create a robust defense posture. Borrowing from military strategy, this approach makes it harder for attackers to breach the system by requiring them to overcome several obstacles instead of just one. This method ensures that if one security layer fails, others still stand between the attacker and the target. It provides system administrators with additional time to react, assess, and deploy countermeasures. Typical defense layers include policies and user awareness, physical security, technical safeguards, administrative controls, perimeter defenses, internal network monitoring, endpoint, host, protections, application security, data level encryption, and access management. Understanding risk. Risk in cybersecurity refers to the potential for loss or damage when a threat exploits a vulnerability. It can be mathematically expressed as risk equals threat times vulnerability times impact, where a threat is the potential cause of an unwanted incident. Vulnerability is a flaw or weakness that can be exploited. Impact refers to the severity of potential damage to assets. An organization's asset value also factors into this equation, influencing the degree of risk associated with an incident. Risk levels. Risks are commonly categorized based on their likelihood, frequency of occurrence, and consequence. Severity of impact. A simplified formula often used is risk level equals likelihood times consequence. Risk classification table. High, medium, moderate impact. Prompt but non-urgent controls should be applied. Low, minor, or negligible preventive steps are advisable to avoid escalation. A risk matrix is typically used to visualize these factors and prioritize decision-making. Risk level consequences. High, critical or imminent, medium, moderate impact. Low, minor, or negligible action required. Immediate mitigation steps must be taken. Prompts but non-urgent controls should be applied. Preventive steps are advisable to avoid escalation. A risk matrix is typically used to visualize these factors and prioritize decision-making. Risk management process. Risk management involves identifying, assessing, addressing, and monitoring potential risks to information systems. It is a proactive, cyclical process crucial to maintaining long-term cybersecurity. Key goals: detect possible risks and assess their potential impact. Prioritize risks based on severity and likelihood. Implement security strategies and control measures. Educate security personnel and stakeholders on risk handling. Continuously monitor and refine risk mitigation efforts. Core phases of risk management. 1. Risk identification. Pinpoint internal and external sources of risk and understand their potential impact. 2. Risk assessment. Analyze risks, determine their probability, and evaluate their severity. 3. Risk treatment. Choose and apply control measures to reduce or eliminate risk, including selecting appropriate mitigation strategies, assigning responsible parties, weighing costs, benefits, and expected effectiveness. 4. Risk tracking and review. Monitor implemented controls, ensure they're effective, and update policies as needed. Periodic evaluations help in improving the risk management framework over time,